Speaking of which, here's Brad in the kitchen.
All right, good morning, you guys. We're back with Christa Orecchio from thewholejourney.com. On this week's edition of Food is Medicine, we're talking about a recent study in the Journal of Internal Medicine that concluded that saturated fat does not cause heart disease. This is huge. This is huge news, isn't it?
It's huge, huge news, and it's all over the news right now. And this is something I have been preaching and teaching for years. So I'm so excited, Brad, I could do a backflip that this is finally making it mainstream.
Aren't you glad you've been talking about this? Yeah, and then here we are to the front of this thing, and now it comes out 60 years later since the original study was done, saying, oh, this is all bad. That's actually good.
It's actually good, yeah.
Yes.
And so this study starts talking about, it was in the Wall Street Journal last month, it starts talking about why canola oil is such a bad choice and butter is such a good choice. Why actually steak is not bad and it can often be a better choice than chicken.
Because I talked to you a minute ago, I said, listen, I've always stayed away from steak because of this. I always go with the chicken, but that's not the case now. How come researchers have been going back and forth with this?
It's pretty controversial because what happened was in the 1950s, we had one researcher who started championing unsaturated fat in the way of vegetable oils, poor quality vegetable oils, because he did a study that was now, we find out, very flawed. It was called the 7-country study. And so now what we find out is blaming saturated fat for heart disease, that's like blaming the firefighter for starting the fire. You know, it's actually there to help. And so now they find out that these oils are pro-inflammatory. They started doing recent clinical trials, and they're pointing to where this stuff causes liver damage, too much of it, causes intestinal problems, causes inflammation, higher rates of cancer.
Unbelievable, really.
And violent behavior.
Yeah, you mentioned that a minute ago. And this is something you can find, I guarantee it, probably everybody at home watching right now has some of this up in their cabinets because you came in a minute ago and found this in the Fox 5 cabinets here. We have all of this laying around.
I didn't want to go and buy it, yes.
Because you know what, everybody has this stuff, you know?
It's a staple in most people's homes. And so what I'm talking about with the unsaturated fat is soybean oil, canola oil, cottonseed oil. Those are the ones that you want to get out. And there are a lot of healthy alternatives that you can find. But you have to think also, what about when you eat out?
Yes.
See, restaurants have to maintain about a 28% food budget, and oils are very cheap. But the good quality oils are more expensive. So you need to ask what oil they're cooking your food in when you eat out.
If I did ask and they said, no, we use a vegetable oil, what would I say? What can I say? How can I have them change that if they
say, you know what, I have a canola oil, I have an allergy to canola and soy. Because they're using one of those too. And that's what I say or have my clients say, can you please cook my food in butter, or you get it baked, grilled, steamed. There you go. Yeah, so that's a different choice. Or could you take
your own can of something like this and just say, well, could you ask him?
I don't even think I would do that, but more power to you if you do that.
Okay.
So, so we want to get the vegetable oil out. It's fine. I mean, it's finally this low-fat, anti-fat crusade can be over, and we can move towards the right types of fats, the high-quality fats are healing.
Okay, all right. So let's move on to the good ones. Let's talk about
the good ones. Okay, so the good unsaturated fats, right? I've talked about the bad unsaturated fats, but the good ones are avocado and olive oil, which you're putting in your smoothie. I love that every day.
Yeah, I talked about this right here. I put a little dab of that, and years ago I talked to a guy that was a bodybuilder, and he said, yes, and he knew years ago that this was good. Good for you. So I love the fact that you brought that in.
And that's good for your liver. You know, bad for the liver, good for the liver. I have people do a couple tablespoons of olive oil with a squeeze of lemon juice before bed sometimes to help flush their liver.
Wow, okay. And then we got the avocados in the front there. I love avocados.
Yes, I know
Especially in San Diego, yes.
We get a ton of them. And then here's crazy, right? This is crazy to most people. Back to lard. Okay, Crisco kind of came in and got us into margarine, and it's time to do away with that forever. There is nothing wrong with bacon fat, and this is duck fat.
I was going to say, that says duck fat on there. That's duck fat.
If you use high quality, okay, it depends what the animal ate and how the animal was raised. We don't want to be eating the fat. The problem with fat is if you eat the fat from an animal that was raised poorly, you're getting more stress hormones, and toxins are stored in fat.
Is that what we try and look into the free-range animals, the birds that aren't in cages? Look for something like that. Okay,
free-range, organic, it's so important so you're not consuming the toxins.
Coconut oil, love that, virgin coconut oil.
I talk about that all day long. Coconut oil is a wonderful medium-chain fat, so it's going to help with weight loss, metabolism, and brain function. Just like this vegetable oil imbalances your brain chemistry because it imbalances fatty acids, coconut oil can fix the problem that vegetable oil created.
Because this is whack. Don't go back.
This is whack. Don't go back.
We just
Big
come up
X
with a
in front of
catchphrase.
this.
And
I
then
love
we
it.
got in the front right here. What are these two things?
You want to buy grass-fed butter. There's
Oh.
nothing wrong
Wow.
with using butter. And then some people are sensitive to dairy, so we use a goat butter. So there's one of two choices that you can use, and they're much better for cooking, and you'll probably notice a huge difference.
Well, this is awesome news, and I'm glad
It
because
is.
you got a big smile on
It's
your
so
face.
exciting.
Yeah, you're excited about this, and I think everybody should be too, because this is like breaking news. It really is. It's like breaking
Yeah.
news in the world of food and medicine, especially. The
We're at a
last couple of
tipping
weeks.
point.
Yeah. All right, so if you want to get a hold of Christa, she offers online coaching on her website, thewholejourney.com. And of course, we have that link on our website. It's fox5sandiego.com. Just click on the Scene On tab. As always, thank you, Christa. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Brad, thanks.